Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the live. It's 10 o'clock, but trust me, I've been here Okay, I think we should be okay now. My mic, it said my mic was muted, so you guys couldn't hear me, but I'm here. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that we have this setup that didn't work. So we started at 9:30. So we did take a trade using the FCC. We won the trade. It's a very small account. It's about $36 account. My student has not been able to put any funds in his account. So it's still at 36. However, we are going to work on it. We keep on trading because we're learning all this. My student is learning. I'm hoping that some of you guys who are on here are also learning. And if you're going to watch the replay here on YouTube, you should be learning, okay? Take out a notebook and write these things down. Now, before we proceed, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the power almighty, we pray that whoever is going to apply this training may be successful. We pray that whoever is going to learn, join us in the groups may also become successful. May we have the ability to give the knowledge that we have and the experience. May we share the experience truthfully to our hearts, and may we have the ability to transform lives in the world. We pray that the markets be good to us, that the online environment be good to us, and we pray that even all the technical difficulties that we have that may come to pass. We pray and believe this in the power of the Almighty. Amen. Guys, let's say put a disclaimer here. What I'm going to show you guys here is very, very risky. Trading is very risky. You can lose your entire investment. So while you're trading, make sure you only trade money that you can afford to lose, because you can lose the entire investment. I'm also going to tell you that when you are doing anything online, just know that you can lose your investment. Okay, so always follow proper risk management. If you can't afford to lose it, please don't trade it. Okay, so with that out of, and of course, the other thing is the results that I'm showing you guys are not typical. You're going to require a lot of experience, a lot of learning, a lot of practicing. So there's no guarantee that you're going to achieve the same results. I'm still keeping an eye on the chart, on the chart. So I'm going to share this with you guys shortly. Okay. And I'll become small when I add that on here. Okay. So we're going to bring the chart on, and then we're going to start talking about stuff. Okay. So I'm going to add a chart. I'm going to share my screen. This is different, guys. So here we go. I think the screen is that one. There we go. There we go, guys. So can you guys see me? Yes, I'm small on the side here. And the screen is, let me see if I can change the layout so I can be down here somewhere. Let me see, edit name. Layout. Let's see if we can edit that. Edit avatar, edit mic settings, edit name. No, not really. It looks like I can't do much. Let's see. Here's one. Picture in picture layout. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I think that's better, right? And then can I move this guy here? Let's see if we can move him. What's that? No, we don't need that. Okay, so I think I want to move him down here to this side, to the corner, so I can be in a corner here. How do we move this? I'm using this for the really few times I've used this. Let's see. So we're going to move this, but you can see what's going on here. I'm going to explain that in a few minutes. Just stay put. We are not late yet. I don't see a setup that we can take a trade yet, guys. So just hold your horses. So basically, the screen that you're seeing is a trading view snapshot. Really, it's live. It's trading view. Okay, this is trading view right here. You can see it's live. I can refresh it. So it's not a screenshot. You can see that's a live feed coming from. This is a trading view. That is the chatting platform that we're using. Okay, trading view. So you guys, if you don't have trading view, make sure you get an account with trading view. We use that during our lives to analyze our trades before we take the trades. Okay, and the trading platform that my student is using is a Forex trading platform, FBS. Okay, now if you don't have an account, Forex trading platform, you can use FBS. Depending on where you come from. They are not available in some countries. But what you can do is you can find your own platform. All you can do, you can go to just Google and check every country. You'll see like the top 5 and you can check them out. Okay, so now what we did was we went to the first trade that we took today was we used the free flow color change. So we had this on 2 minutes, okay, at 9:30 a.m., 2 minutes. You see this green bar here, this big green bar, we call them power bars. So the market opened here and it pushed up. So we actually rode that candle. We entered when the candle was probably halfway, like 1 minute. It's a 2-minute bar. So by 1 minute, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 40 seconds, we were in. Our stop loss was at the bottom here, and we rode it up all the way up, and then it started coming down real big time. So we got out just before it came all the way down. So we made about $1 or $1 and some change, okay? Because the account has only $36. So we made $1 out of $36, okay? So $1 per session, it doesn't sound much, but for a $36 account, my friend, if you do the calculations and you do that every day, you're going to grow the account using what we call compounding. But that's not the main point. The main point is following our plan, we are supposed to be looking for big numbers. Okay, so right now we're going to use another strategy because the FCC didn't work for us on Nasdaq today. You can saw it did not. We ran away, or we can sit here the whole day long scalping this up and downs. I don't want to do that. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a whole day. We start trading at 9:30, done by 11 o'clock at most. 1 hour and a half is the max, okay? Most of our traders are done by the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I mean, we were literally done. The trade was, this is a 2-minute bar. We were out in like 3 minutes. We were out completely. We were done. As soon as this bar closed, this started coming down, we closed our position, made $1 or $2 from $36, okay? So let's say you had 10 times that, you would have made 10 times that. So if you had 360, let's say, I'm just mathematics. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but let's say you had 360 in your account, you'd have made about $10. If you had 3,600 in your account, you'd have made about $100. If you had 36,000, you'd have made about $1,000. Okay, $1,000 a day is big chump change, right? $1,000 per day might change a lot of people's lives, and you don't need a lot of money in your account. We're talking about 36,000, which can give you $1,000 per day per trade if you just follow a simple strategy like this. But that's not exactly what we are looking for. We are looking for much more than that. Okay. If you guys are not aware of what the FFCC strategy is, you can go and watch our previous live. Okay, I can show you guys where these are. You can always go and watch the previous live. Okay, the previous live was, let's go to the channel. Let's see if I can bring up the channel. Now, I know you guys are not seeing this because that's the problem I have with this software. When I click on links, you don't see them until I add them on the screen share. So I'm going to do that right now. Once I find this channel, I am going to bring it up and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. And thank you guys for being here. Those of you who are going to watch on YouTube, I really thank you for being here. Your life is changing if you apply some of these strategies. They're very simple strategies, okay? The FFCC is probably the simplest strategy that any one of you guys can implement. It doesn't require thinking. It's a brain-dead strategy. I'm going to show you how brain-dead this is, okay? My 16-year-old, my 16-year-old can do it. My 99-year-old can probably do it if you just show. My 99-year-old grandmother can do it if we show them exactly what to do. All right, so let's go to the videos. I'm bringing up something and I'll share this with you guys. Just give me 1 second if I can queue up. Yeah, using this software is not easy. We're going to try to get the OBS back to working. All right, so here we go. Let's go. It's this one right here. All right, I think I'm almost there, and I'm going to show you. You guys can go and watch this live. There we go. So let's go to StreamYard, and I'm going to add something here. So I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm back now. I'm big. So now let's share the screen. And I'm going to show you the video. It's this one right there. That's the video. Okay. That's the video, guys. This video right here, which says my last 108. Okay. Impossible recovery challenge. Okay. So our goal is to recover what we lost. So if you missed the story, go watch this video. You'll understand exactly what happened. This was a live stream we did last week. And we showed you guys how we started creating some money out of it, okay, using the FFCC. Okay, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So let me go back to that. I'm going to add something else. I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm back again, and I'm going to share the screen. And this time, I'm going to show you the chat. There we go. So we are back. All right, guys, so we go to 15 minutes. So we are using multiple strategies now. So after we're done with the FFCC, since we still have time here until 11, we can go to our 15 minutes. So what we do is we marked the first 15-minute candle. Okay, the first 15-minute opening candle. You can see I did that. This is the 15-minute here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see the time at the bottom there. It tells you Tuesday, 10th March 2026, 9:30 a.m. Okay, that is Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So depending on where you are in the world, your time might be different. I know, like, a lot of our coaches are in many parts of the world, coaches in the Smart Wolf Club. We have a lot of coaches from all over the world. London, in the UK, Mr. Scott, when it is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, he is trading at 2:30 p.m., which is in the afternoon. Malemala is in Cape Town. Again, his time is different. Sydney, Australia, it's at night. They're way, way ahead of us, okay? If you are in the Pacific North, like Jose in Sacramento, California, when we're trading at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is 6:30 a.m. in Sacramento, California. So he's 3 hours behind. So you guys can see, so what we have done here, basically, you can see is we mark the top of the candle using the wicks, include the wick, okay? So this is our second strategy. The first strategy, we are done with it, okay? The first strategy was the 2-minute bars that I just explained. We went in, OBS was not cooperative, but we had to take the trade. So we took the trade at the 2-minute. Once the 2-minute bar starts printing, if it is green, it is above the moving averages, everything checks, we got in. Okay, it's a power bar. It was a big bar. You can see this with these. Well, I don't like the wicks though, but it was a big bar compared to the other bars. It is a big bar. So we got in, we rode it all the way to the top. It started coming down. We got up. Okay, we closed the position. Our stop loss is always at the bottom of the bar. Okay. If it's a green bar, it's going to be at the bottom. If it's a red bar, it's going to be at the top of the bar. Okay, you want to keep your losses, your risk this tight, guys, because you can wipe out a small account. Okay, this account only has $36 at the moment, so we pushed it to 37. I think we made about $1 from that trade. Okay. Because again, you remember the rules that we laid down. We're going to use very small lot sizes. For a small account like this, you're going to use very, very small lot sizes, because the idea is that you don't want to blow this account again. Okay. So right now we are at the 15-minute chart. So once we mark the 15-minute opening candle, now we go to the 5 minutes. This is where we're going to be looking for our setup. So now actually it's coming back to where we are. So we are waiting for, you can see it went down like that. It went down like that. We can see here, we are looking for a gap. Okay, so there's overlap. So we don't really have a gap, because I want to go into a trade that has the highest probability. Okay, I know some schools of thoughts, some of our coaches, some of our experienced students would actually take a trade once this breaks loose here. They're going to enter and monitor the positions very carefully. They would enter the trade as soon as it makes the breakout. Okay, as soon as it breaks, they're going to enter the trade and monitor the trade. But in our case, where we're dealing with a very tiny account that is in ICU, we're going to use the retest method. Okay, so we're going to wait for a breakout, and then we're going to wait for a retest, and then from there we're going to take our trade. So it might take longer. Sometimes the trades don't close during the session, but we will try to get a trade before the session ends. The session ends at 11 o'clock right here. Okay, we're going to have to stop trading at 11 o'clock. We're not going to take any trades after 11. Okay, so this is the first 5-minute bar there, you can see. So first we marked the top and the bottom of the 15-minute bar. Don't get confused. The 15 opening bar of Nasdaq. We're trading Nasdaq. We do trade other assets too: crypto, gold, Forex, stocks. Many of our students are trading all that stuff. Oil, wheat. Oil is very interesting right now with what is going on in the world right now. The prices of oil are shooting up. So a lot of people are making money out of that. So trading commodities, that would be an interesting. And then we have people who are trading futures too. So all that goes on in the Smart Wolf Club. So if you're not a member, make sure you join the Smart Wolf Club. The link is in the description, guys. And of course, if you need some tools, like you don't know how to convert your local time to New York time, you can use our converter. So you guys can see we are waiting for a retest of the zones. But as we can see here, we had candle 1, 2. We can't really say we have a sequence. You know, we are looking for a fair gap value sequence, the 3 candles that follow each other. And then that describes the power that gives us the confidence to enter a trade. I don't see that right now. I have looked here. You can see that's the big candle. Formed another candle, and not really. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Remember, the bar was green, right? You guys remember the 15-minute bar was green, but it broke out on the lower side. Okay. The breakout happened on the lower side. So pretty divergent views there. Okay. The breakout happened on the lower side, guys. Okay. The bar that was printed, if you go back to the 15-minute, you see the bar that was printed was green. Okay. Even though it has a massive wick on the top and a massive wick on the bottom, this is how the bar that printed looked like. This is the 15-minute bar. And then you can see it broke on the downside, and now it's coming back into the range. You can see that range. This is 15-minute. This is how the 15-minute looks like. Okay, now some of our traders trade the 15-minute. Okay, they do trade the 15-minute. Okay, you can see it's printing massive bars here. So for those of our traders that use the 15-minute to trade the FFCC, they would be trying to get in here. As soon as it clears this red bar here, they're going to jump in. If this green bar clears the red bar, they're going to enter the trade and they're going to ride it up all the way up here. Okay, but that's not what we are working on today. This is for the future. There are many, many strategies that you can learn from a simple free flow color change strategy. Okay, the color changes, you enter, the color changes, you get out. 1, 2, 3 pushes out. 1, 2, 3 pushes out. Now, you keep an eye on your trade. If you're trading actively, you're going to be on the trade. So anytime you see there's a change, you get in, secure your profits, and you can see it's printing a big bar, which is likely to clear this. You can see it's likely to clear that. So let's go down to the 5-minute and see what's going on, because that's where we want to take a trade. Okay, so here we can see the fair value gap is very, very small. Yeah, there's a lot of overlap. This is not giving us a good setup for us right now. You can see here, it's not giving us a good setup. Okay, not really a good setup for us. You can see here, literally there's no, these 3 candles did not present a fair gap value sequence. A fair gap value sequence, if you don't know what that is, go check our previous video. It will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now you can see it has literally cleared this. Okay, so this has cleared this. It went all the way up there, but it is coming down, down, down. So let's see if we can find a gap somewhere here. It's a very tiny gap, very tiny gap. The gap that is created here is very, very small. Literally very, very small. It's just like a line. I wouldn't even call it a gap. That's what it has created. You guys see that? Do you guys see that? Very, very small. Literally, it's like a line. So that's the separation between. So if it's like these 3 candles here, if we refer to this as our fair gap value, fair gap value sequence, you see 1, 2, 3. The third candle and the first candle, there has to be a gap between the bottom of the third candle and the top of the first candle. This one. This is the leading candle. This is our confirmation candle. That's our entry candle. Candle of interest is this one right here. Because there was a breakout. Okay, you see there's this come down all the way here. No gap at all created. There's major overlaps. And then here, they tend to create a small gap, but it is so tiny, okay? You guys see, are you with me? See that gap there? It's very tiny. The bottom of that candle, the top of that candle, and the bottom of that candle, they're creating that gap, which is so tiny, okay? But we're going to try to work with that, okay? It is a very tiny gap. So if this comes back down here, or we can see maybe it's going to create a gap here. Let's see. Maybe this would be a better gap for us. Okay. Yep. It's pushing really far. Okay. So maybe this is going to be a better gap there. That there. That's going to be a better gap. Okay. Some liquidity there. So we're going to wait for that to come back. And these are, don't forget, these are 5-minute bars. Okay, so each bar here represents 5 minutes. For those of you who are spanking new and are watching this video for the first time, you're wondering, what are these guys talking about? So at the moment, we are not doing the FCC. Okay, we stopped on that. So we are just timing to get in a setup using the 15-minute breakout ORB, basically the 15-minute open range breakout with a retest using the fair gap value as our entry point. Okay, so we are retesting the fair gap value. We identify a sequence of 3 candles, 3 bars going in the same direction, see where there is a gap, and if it comes down and retests that gap, okay, confirming that it is a really fair gap value, there's liquidity to be swept, then that confirms and gives us the ability to enter the trade. So we wait for this to come down and retest the fair gap. This is the fair gap right here, this triangle, this rectangle, sorry. I have a purple color for it so you guys can see it. So we just a matter of waiting. While we wait, you know what I always do, guys? It's apple biting time. Can you guys hear me? So I'll be here until 11 o'clock trading live. Then you guys can leave. Maybe I'll give you a bonus discussion after that for a few minutes. But mostly we want to keep these within 9:30 to 11 o'clock, 1 hour and a half. That's enough, okay? Live. So you can join us here every week. We have these lives coming up every week. At least 2 of them a week now, okay? We used to do basically 1 on Wednesday, 1 week Wednesday, the following week Thursday. We alternate because some of our members in the Smart Wolf Club are still in their rat races. They are very busy moms, very busy dads, working the 9 to 5s, rat race. So when we had them every Wednesday, some of them were complaining that, oh, they never have offs on Wednesday, so they would not take live trades. So we decided, you know what, we're going to have 1 on Wednesday. We alternate with Thursday. Okay, so last week we had it on Wednesday. That was our official live. But we also had a bonus live training on Friday. So that's why I tell you, we end up having 2. Like today now, this one is a bonus live trading. We had difficulties joining in the morning, 9:30, because of the, as I told you, the OBS was not working for us. You guys can see the turn of events here. The massive candle has been pushed down. So it's not really breaking through this big candle here that was printed here. See this massive candle here? Okay. So it is trying to clear. We're going to wait for a retest. However, if it comes or not every day you have to take a trade, guys. So we already took the trade, the FCC, and sometimes 1 trade per day is all you need, okay? But I wanted to demonstrate to you that you can use multiple strategies during your trading session. So that's how Nasdaq looks on the 5-minute chart. You can see the market does its thing every day, up and down, up and down. That's normal. So I'm biting this apple, but I'm paying attention to what's happening on the charts, guys. A lot of wicks from the top. The green bars are big, they're power bars, some of them, but they still have very long tails on the top, what we call the wicks. Now, what does that mean? It means there's a lot of selling pressure happening, even though the buyers are pushing it up. There's a lot of selling pressure that is happening in the market. That's what I would conclude, because what is producing the wicks is the tussle fight between the buyers and the sellers. There's a lot of resistance on the top. Even though the overall sentiment is to go up, there's still a lot of resistance to go down. The only gap I can see is the one we have actually marked, retraced. I don't see any other gap that is of any substance, because if you look at that sequence, that the three candles that have just formed, there is not really a gap for you to define. It's a very tiny gap between the top candle and the third candle there. I'm talking about these. See what this is printing? This is a big candle right there. There's a power candle. You can see it's massive. But if you look at the gap between the two, it's very tiny, okay? Very, very small gap, okay? So we're still boxed in the range. The 15-minute. Wow, now that's a power candle. That is a power candle. That one is a power candle, powerful. It's big. And it's almost done. And following a power candle is always almost another. It prints more of the same. So if you have a powerful green candle, it's likely to be followed by a powerful another green candle. So I think we are now waiting to break on the upside now, just like the opening range. However, that's not always the case. We could have come to the end of the run. Done. And the apple is done, guys. I eat an apple while I'm trading. They say one apple a day keeps the doctor away. I know you've had that so many times. Have you had that enough times, guys? Okay. So you can see we are in an upward streak. However, let's see if we're going to clear that part there. So in a case like that, we're going to have a gap created there, another gap there, and that will be another gap created between those two candles. I mean, that sequence there. So you can see there's a gap there. Okay, come on. All right, this one here. I'm trying to move this guy. Yeah, you see that gap there between the candle at the top and the beginning candle there? Those three candles there, they form a gap. So we have a gap here, we have another gap there. So we wait, see if we can break to the upside, form a nice gap, come back, retest it, and Valhalla, Valhalla. We don't have a lot of time, so we're going to wait. Okay. While that's taking place, I can maybe bring up, show you guys what we did earlier. All right, let me see if I can go back and show you guys what we did earlier. We made about $1 with the FFCC strategy. There we go. I'm going to share. All right, let's go to the trades, bring up the trade so I can show you the trade. You know, seeing is believing, because most people are very skeptical. When you say something, they want you to show them. So that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to go to the history. Guys, I'm going to share the screen right now. Just give me a second. Let me cue this because it looks like comments. There we go. So today's trade was the 10th, March the 10th. Yeah, it's right here. It was a buy. And you can see it is positive. Okay. So we did just about $1, 96 cents. Yeah, it was 96 cents, just about $1. Because it went up and came down crashing really quickly. So if I can show you guys, I'm going to add, I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to share, screen share, and then I'm going to show you the trade, that one. There we go. So that's the trade right here we took. You can see the date because most people are very skeptical. Here is the date, 3/10. We did a buy because I told you it was an opening green candle going up, very powerful. And then it came down quickly, so we closed it right away. Okay, so that's what we did. And you can see this is what happened right there. Okay, so it's 96, that's 96 cents. Okay, and if we go to the dashboard, I can share and show you now where we are at right now. I'm going to bring the share screen again, stop sharing, and then I'm going to share that so you guys can see where the account is right now. That's the dashboard. Yes, there's the dashboard. So you can see now it's 37.16. Okay, so if you remember from the previous session, it was 36. Now it's 37. So it's going up. That's the best thing. If you leave the market without a loss, even if you added a penny or 2 pennies or $1, that's something, because most people end up with losses. Okay, most students blow their accounts. So you survive to trade another day. And my student is still trying to get this account to 108 because that was the promise. So he's having issues transferring funds onto his FBS account, but he's sorting it out with his bank and whatever. So they're holding his 108. He tried to transfer it, but his bank is holding it. So it's not in his account and it is not on FBS. It's somewhere pending. Okay, so he told me it might take a few days before they credit it on this account. So we need this to be at 108, and then we can start playing the magic. Okay, the game. as we had set our goals. You guys remember our goals, right? We have our goals written down somewhere. Okay, you guys remember our goals? If you don't, go watch our previous live. You see we set some rules. Okay, thou shalt not ABCD. Go and watch them. Okay, very important when you're trading. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna get off this, and then I'm gonna bring you back to the charts. Let's go back to the charts. So I have to toggle between these. Okay, so I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna stop the screen share, and then I'm gonna bring the charts, share the screen, and I'm gonna bring the chart, which is this one right here, and let's see what's going on. Okay, so guys, so we broke out. Okay, so now we broke out on the top. You guys can see we are up in the top. So again, we can see the candle that breaks out. There we go. So again, we have formed another gap here. So I'm really interested in the gaps. That's all we are looking for, is a retest of a gap. And we get in. That's a very simple rule. We marked the top of the 15. Guys, listen to what I'm saying. We marked the top of the 15 opening candle, 15-minute opening candle. Okay, I know you guys have had this so many times because most of you think it's some magical strategy that we're going to display. No, you've had this many times from your YouTuber friends, I'm sure. This is described in YouTube. The only thing is, do you implement it? Do you stick to it? Because that's the difference. Some people learn a lot of strategies, but they don't implement them. They're jumping from one strategy to another. They don't see they don't even wait to harvest. They plant, they run away before the harvest. They're already planting something else. They plant sesame seeds. Next time they're planting kales even before they harvest their sesame seeds. They're already working on kale. Before they harvest the kale, they are already on tomatoes. Before they harvest the tomatoes, they're on cabbages. Before they harvest the cabbages, they are on corn. At the end of the day, the field is full of stuff, but nothing really to show off. Okay, so the idea is to get one and stick to it, the good one. Get a good strategy and stick to it and practice, because you need experience when it comes to trading. So the only way you can gain experience with a strategy is by doing it routinely. So our coaches, some of us have been online since 1998. Some of our coaches have been online. They've been trading for 40 years. Some of them 30, 40, 20, 30. I mean, there's Tajimoto on here from Tokyo, Japan. He's been doing this for many, many years. He's been the Smart Wolf Club for over 20 years, guys. Mr. Baker from Atlanta, Georgia. He's been doing this for over 20 years. Malemala from Cape Town, South Africa, over 17 years. Mr. Scott from London, over 20 years. Josephine, Sydney, Australia, over 17 years. Rosemary from New York. Now we talk about New York. Yep, she's from New York. Okay. So she trades very easy for her. 9:30 a.m. is 9:30 a.m. It doesn't matter. Okay. For some of us, we have to convert the time. When it is 9:30 a.m. in New York, it's 4:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m. for some of us. Okay. For some of us, it's 6:30 a.m. in the morning. For some of us, it is, the farthest points in Sydney, it's late night. Tokyo, again, is at night. Okay. So they're way, way ahead of us. In India, we have one of our coaches, Mr. Singh from Bombay, India. He's been in the Smart Wolf Club for over 20 years with a huge group, okay, doing all the good stuff, digital marketing, trading, name it. It's online, they do it. They do everything. All right, so what are we waiting for? We are waiting for a retest of the fair gap, okay? We now broke on the other upper side now. We broke to the lower side and we came back, okay? The opening candle was a green candle. So basically it was more of a bias towards the upside. But however, things happened. It went down first and now it is pumped up all the way to the top. And we're trying to identify the gaps that can allow us to enter the trade. Now, I told you guys, not every day you're going to get a trade. Some days you don't get a trade. You don't get a setup at all. That's why it's always good sometimes to have 1 or 2, 3 strategies that you can fall back on, and 1 to 3, up to 5. If you're trading stocks, you're going to select at least up to 5 stocks that you can trade in and out. Okay, top tier stocks. That's the lesson for another day. But that's what we train our members who are into stock trading. Okay, so you're going to identify the top 5 that you can be trading regularly. Because sometimes if NAS 100 is not giving us a good setup, you could find there's a beautiful setup on gold, for example, or silver today. You know what I mean? Or the GBP USD pair, or the Euro USD pair was giving nice setup. Okay, but that is a discussion for another day. Okay, so for now we are still focused on finding a setup so we can enter the trade and call it a day. Okay, so now it's coming down, so hopefully it's coming back to retest something. I don't see it getting down here. We have our box. See the pink, these purplish boxes here, these rectangles, these are our gaps. This is the gaps we have identified so far. There was a gap here, fair value gap. There's another one here. There's a micro one here. This was larger. They become smaller and smaller as you go up, okay? So there's momentum here. There's a bigger gap, smaller gap, even smaller, okay? Gap right here. So they're getting closer and closer to each other, okay? And you can see not coming back at all. Now, is it going to create another gap for us? Not really, because these two overlap. So there's no gap created here completely. You guys can see there's no gap at all. So we started with a bigger gap, smaller, smallest, and no gap. What does that tell you? If you guys have been following us for some time now, if you guys have gone through the Smart Wolf Club training, what does that tell you guys? We are getting to the end of the run, okay? When the gaps start shrinking, we are the buyers are running out of the momentum. The enthusiasm is coming to an end. And now you can see you can see the momentum here. It's like there's a resistance right there at that top. That's resistance right there. Maybe there. Maybe we can rally up to their previous high. That was a previous high for the other day. All right, it's still shooting up. No gaps at all. So we don't see any gap after it broke out on the upper side. We don't see any gap. I'm still here, guys, just watching the candles as they do their thing. So maybe we're going to be treated to the one trade that we took today using the FFCC at 9:30. We made a big dollar, $1. So sometimes that's all it takes, man, to make a difference. So let's say you had a good account, substantial, amount in your account, you could have made a big, you guys can work out the percentages. You can see how much that was. A whole dollar out of a $36 account. And you can start thinking in terms of multiple factors. Let's say 10 times that is $10. Made in what, like a minute or two? Yeah, literally the first opening candle, that was 2 minutes after the market opened, we were done. We got in and got out. Like I literally hit buy and then I hit stop the trade, because as soon as we bought, came to the end of the candle, the 2-minute candle, opening candle, it closed, and then we had a big red candle show up. So we decided to get out, and we did get out right away. Because if we didn't, you would be hitting your stop loss, and we want to preserve the capital. This is a small account, okay? And that whatever we're doing was purely scalping, because you're actually paying attention to the board. We are glued to the chart. It's not those set and forget type of trades, no, because we are literally trading actively between 9:30 and 11, okay? Now, sometimes it's the first 20 minutes, you're done. The first 10 minutes, you're done. The first 5 minutes, sometimes you're done. You hit your goal for the day. So if you have a big account, let's say 10,000, 50,000, some of our traders have massive accounts, hundreds of thousands, millions too, some of them. Some of them are trading millions. So with that type of percentage, let's say you're trading 36,000 account, a $36,000 account. That's about, for example, multiply that by what? 1,000 times? So $1,000. You make $1,000 in what? 1 minute, 2 minutes, and you get out of the market. So guys, I cannot identify any gaps. The candles are printing. They're all green, actually. It's all green, going up, going up. It's all green, going up. And we cannot not find anything coming back to retest the gap. It is going up, and going up. We haven't identified another gap yet. No gap identified yet. And we have 6 minutes to go. So we might be closing this with just the one trade that we took, okay? And so we'll meet again this week. It will be on Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a live. Hopefully our OBS would be working so we can jump on. If it doesn't work, we're going to have to use this same setup that we are using today. I think it's not very clear compared to the OBS, and then I have to keep on toggling between screens. So it's not really capturing my screen. I have to literally go and share each single screen myself. So it's more of mechanical, manual than the OBS that we use, okay? So we're going to try to figure out what's wrong with the OBS and why it couldn't work for us today and fix the problem. No gaps created yet, so everything is just going up, 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 and up. I don't see any other gap. So right now they're literally overlapping. The candles are literally overlapping. There might be a gap here. It's very interesting. You know, there is a big gap created right here now. If this closes the way it is right now, there is a gap that has been created here. You see that part there? That's a gap right there. It's not that big, but nothing to write home about, but a gap has been created there. This is the candle that was followed by that and that candle. If that's the bottom of the top candle, this is the leading candle here, the top of it, and then there's a middle candle. So they have created a small gap there. So let's see if we can get a retest of that gap, and we can take a trade. It will be a higher risk trade because it's way above the opening range. The range was this one here, we like to usually take those close to the range, close to the range, closer to the range, closer to the range than this is for my liking. However, just to demonstrate that you have to follow your strategy, the rules are simple. Open, breakout, identify a fair gap value sequence, 3 candles following each other with a clear gap between the third and the first. Okay, the first candle and the third on the sequence. So this would be our number 1, number 2, number 3 at the top. So there is a gap between the bottom, the closure of the top candle, candle number 3, and the closure of the opening of the candle number 3 and the closure of the candle number 1. There's a clear gap here. So this is like our fair gap value sequence candle here. The second candle here is the candle in between, and there is a gap. You can see there was no gap here, but there is a gap there. There was no gap here, but there was a gap here, and you can see they became larger, smaller, and smallest. And then now this one is probably considered in the smallest side. But it has printed a big candle at the top. Now, I don't know if it's going to be able to break this. Look at the top here, because this was the previous high of the day. This was like early morning, 4:20 a.m. That's 4:20. That would be London time, right? Yes. So you can see that was up there. You can see it's coming down. It's probably not going to break that. So it will come down. So we're going to wait for a retest. I don't see the retest now. It's almost 11 o'clock. We don't want to take trades after 11. They are usually risky, very risky. All right, I think it's about 11. It's 10:59, guys. And we haven't found a setup for us to take the trade for this using the 15-minute. The only setup we had was the FFCC. The FCC, you're always going to find opportunities. That's the beauty. If we sat here with the 2-minute bars since open time, we could have taken many, many trades, because anytime there's a big candle like that, you can enter. It's just a matter of getting in and getting out and closing this, opening this, closing that until you hit your goal, okay? And of course, maintaining your stop losses very, very close at the bottom of the candle, okay? Or at the top of the bar. So if it is a downward bar, you're going to have your stop loss at the top, and then you're going to ride that all the way down here. As soon as there's a color change, it supersedes the previous candle, you get out, okay? That's the word, you get out, okay? So in a case like this, you would be ready to enter as soon as it supersedes, it engulfs, literally it overpowers the previous bar, which was green. You jump in there and you're going to ride it all the way down until there is a color change that actually supersedes it, you get out. Okay, and then of course here we would wait until this candle here, that candle breaks out above this, we're going to enter there, and now we're going to ride that all the way to Valhalla. We would be in the money here, celebrating all the way to the bank. We didn't use that strategy because we switched to the 15-minute. Our goal was to try and get a setup on the 15-minute. But as you can see, the 15-minute didn't bear any fruits. So we're going to leave to trade another day. At least we have the account preserved and gained a little bit. So using the power of compounding, we are literally growing the small account. Next week, by Thursday, hopefully we will have this at 108, or at least more than 108, so we can start doing the magic that we are looking for. Our goal is to grow this to 1600 as soon as possible, okay? And guys, here you go. You can see Nasdaq is pumping. pumping. It is pumping up. Our goal was to see a retest, okay, on any of these gaps. Right now we have created another gap here. You can see there's another gap. So gaps are forming now. There's a gap there created there. But you can see that's like in discovery mode because it's going to heights. Let's see if we make this really tiny. Yeah, I don't see, okay, previously you can see, yeah, these are heights that, when was this? This was way back, beginning of March. You can see we had, Nasdaq has gone as high as this level here, 25,175. So I think that's what we are chasing, those highs, the previous highs. Oh, we had even some that were even much higher. So it has been there, this territory. So this is not the first time. Wow, 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 wow. Look, we had it here at 26,446. This was way back in February. Okay, so it's not in discovery mode or discovery territory. It's been there. So it's just trying to reclaim all that liquidity that was stuck there, all the stop losses that are there. It's just trying to collect that money. Okay, so here we go. We can see there's another gap created between these two candles here. That's the gap, size of the gap. You can see that's the gap there. You can see that gap. And it's still going strong. The bars are big. If you like animals, you can start calling these elephant bars. I mean, the largest animal on earth is the elephant. On land animals. Okay, if you talk about the sea, I know the whales are massive. Did you guys know that the whale actually, the young of the whales actually feed on milk? The mother produces milk. You know, like fish, the other fish, they don't produce milk, but the mother of the whale mother produces the whale produces. I saw that the other day. It was very interesting. And you know how it does it? The whale, they have to keep moving, right? They are swimming constantly. They are not. I mean, this is like mid-air refueling, my friend. It is so. I think that's exactly the same concept. The way they refuel mid-air. Yeah, but mid-air, you can imagine. Mid-air. You guys have watched the old movie Air Force One. Mid-air refueling. You can go watch that and see how it is. But I was like looking at it. I was like, wow. So the mother whale just keeps on moving, and the baby whale is following the mom, and they position themselves under, where the milk is gonna come from. It's like the mother squashes this thick. The milk is so thick, so dense that the sea water, the sea waves, or anything don't do nothing to it. It comes out like a jet inside the ocean. And the baby whale opens the mouth, and this thick white substance lands in its mouth, and it's a lot. It's a big gush. You guys should go and watch it. I think you'll like it. It's like mid-air refueling, my friend. So these whales are swimming. They are in top flight. I don't know if they're in top flight, but they're moving. They're literally moving. The baby whale positions herself or itself under the mom or somewhere, the belly, close to the mother. Okay, so let's see if we're going to get a retest here. Somebody's saying, man, I really want to see how you enter the trade. Well, it's too late now, but if we get a good retest now, I'll just demonstrate, because this is a training account anyway. My student is Lani. Okay, you guys don't know the story. You can go watch the previous lives in our Smart Wolf Club. Subscribe to the channel and watch it. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, it's going past. If it goes past those gaps, then it's not really. There are several gaps we have created. We get a retest on any of the gaps, we take a trade. So you guys can see, if we were trading the FCC, we would probably take a trade here, but it would be a counter trade because you can see where the moving averages are. The blue one is the 20, the red one is the 200. Okay, so they moved so far away, so I think now they're coming back home. Okay, so if we were doing an FCC, we could probably take a trade here to the downside. Stop loss would be at the top of the bar, that red bar that's printing, because it has cleared the green bar. So we would enter there and try to ride it as it goes down. Guys, sorry, there's a lot of noise outside. I think they're doing landscaping. So somebody is mowing very hard and they're making a lot of noise. I hope you can hear me, guys. Okay, let's see. This candle is going to close in a few seconds. No, actually, yeah, it's 2 minutes. It's going to close in 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. Either the gap is going to hold. Oh, no. Big money coming in. Big money going out. Big money going out. You can see what's going on there. Big, big, big money going out. The buyers are relentless, man. They are not letting the sellers sell everything. They are buying that down, that dip. Some people are buying that dip, pushing Nasdaq up. But it is a powerful dip. Oh, at some point they're going to be overcome. Yeah, looks like we are feeling that gap. Okay, filled the first gap. Let's see, we're going to fill the second gap. Wow, that's a motherload bar. That's a big bar. That's a big bar. Let's see what happens. Let's look at 2 minutes. Let's see how the 2 minutes looks like. Oh, you can see it is deep. Yeah, they're coming down. There's a little pullback here. You enter. So when there's dips like this, color changes, you enter this. As soon as it clears that, boom, you go all the way up. As soon as it clears this, boom, you enter. Yep. So we're going to have fun with the FCC. I was just trying to show you guys that you must have alternatives. So we did the FCC earlier today. We didn't want to continue with that. We closed it, and now we're just looking at the 15 minutes. So you can see that cleared that bar. So you'd have entered there, and you go down. Okay. Until it's coming to touch close. It's coming close to the 20. They're coming home really close. So I think then it's going to shoot up. All right, let's go to the 5 minutes and see what's going. Are we retesting? Okay, this. So what you do is you have your trade ready to go to the top. So you're going to enter here. You can see where we're going to enter right there. This is where you enter. You have a buy limit trade. Okay, so you enter there. As long as that's green, means the gap works. So this will close at 11. Okay, so it's green, so that means you are entered in the trade. Okay, so that means you are entered in the trade, so you're gonna buy. So you buy, and we bought, we are in the trade. Our stop loss is gonna be right here. I'm just showing you where the stop loss is at the bottom of the fair gap candle, including the wick. So it is the 25,086, 25,086. And where is our take profit? So this one you have to set a take profit, okay? So the take profit is going to be, you bring your long tool, okay? I'm just showing you how to take this trade. So we entered right there. Okay, so here's our stop loss. That's where our stop loss is, and our risk to reward ratio is 1 to 2. This is 1 to 9, 2 to 9. No, we want 1 to 2. Don't be greedy. It's 1 to 2, my friends. Greedy. There we go. It's a 1 to 2. Oh, it started going to the opposite side. All right, so 1 to 2. So is the take profit 25,156. So we go to 25,156. There we go. Boom. And now we are in the trade. It's a minus because it started coming down. Now we bought at here. Where is this? Where did we buy at? Yeah, because it doesn't look like, where did we buy at? 25,137. So 25,137. Yeah, we were entered much later. $25,137. There we go. Why were we entered at 25,137? Price 25,137. Wow. Okay, so 25,137. Stop loss is gonna be down here. We're gonna modify this stop loss. Did it take us out? No. Our stop loss is at this level here, 25,086. Our stop loss is at 25,086, which is about there actually. And then our take profit should be much further then. So we're going to go to 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. And we're going to get out of the market. We'll report this next week. I mean, on Thursday. Very interesting. So you guys can see what these things do look like. So 25 to 36. 25 to 36, okay? So we're going to change this to 25 to 36. So 25 to 36. I'm worried about the stop loss being not too close, but being to a point where I didn't understand why it entered us at 25,137. It says that's our buying price. That's where we bought it. Okay, so our take profit is way, way up there. Entry point. Buy price is 25,137. Stop loss is 25,086. Stop loss is 25,086. Good. Our entry was here. I don't know. It seemed like we were entered very late in the trade. The slip-ups. Yeah. We were entered very late in the market. Okay, so anyway, guys, so it's already set now. We can't take it back. So it's set. It's a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, guys. That's all we're going to aim for. Because, well, we shouldn't be trading after 11. We are here because I really wanted to demo. Some of you are begging to see how you enter the trade. So I decided, let me hang around, give you a bonus training. And as part of, this is a training account. So my student is very open to all this. He knows we are trading, learning. He's learning how to trade. That's why we are sharing this with you guys live. That's why we are showing the live account. Otherwise, we would not be doing this live on an account that is private. Okay, so this is a training account for my student. He's agreed to that. And that was part of the training. Okay. So our goal is to see, hopefully see this pump all the way up, okay, to this level here. And if I look at history, it's not far-fetched, okay? Nasdaq has been there, been done that before, not even a long time ago, way back in February, okay? So there we go. It's much later in the day, so sometimes getting that 1 to 2 is not easy because, as you can see, the gaps were really, really closing. I mean, this thing has been running for the last 1 hour, almost 2 hours, okay? So right now we're here. We can close this and call it a day. I don't want to leave any trade going. Do you guys want us to close it and reap the $2 or the $1? No, it's what, $2 or $1? We are compounding a smaller account. No, somebody says give it another chance. Okay, we'll give it another chance. How much will we lose if this goes down? You can calculate that. You guys know how to calculate that, right? Stop loss times whatever we have here, the difference between the entry price and the stop loss. You know where the price, you can see the price is 25,137 minus 25,086. What is the difference there? You guys can do the maths. That's 156. So 56 pips. Okay. So 56 pips is 56. So that's $5. Okay. All right. $5.6. It's a very small account. You can see the margin level is very tiny. Free margin is very small. Okay. The margin is $5 and some change. You can see right there. That's what we so if we lose, we're going to be losing about $5. Okay. To gain about $10. But it's coming down. So you guys, what do you want to do? Close this? Or we give it an opportunity to go up? Let's see what the student says. I'm waiting for feedback from him. I'm about to stop this training. I think we should stop it at exactly 11:30. Okay, so you guys will have a 30 minutes bonus training for free. Okay, I mean everything is free, but now you're getting a freebie on top of a free. How is that, guys? You guys should actually subscribe to the channel. Really, subscribe to the Smart Wolf Club. Okay, and you'll be taking trades live with us. I mean, if you had all your setup ready, you'd take the trade just like I did. When I say, okay, we're going to take it here, I'm going to buy now, I'm buying, you buy. What will stop you from doing that? So we are giving back our gains. Let's see. It's late in the day to take a trade, literally for my comfort, but to demonstrate to you guys, because you guys have been here since 9:30. So to demonstrate how we take a trade with this setup, that's why I took the trade. Okay. So somebody's saying, why did you take the trade after 11? Normally we would stop trading by 11 o'clock, but we decided to take the trade because there's some of you here who are begging to see us take a trade. And we decided to take it. It's a training account, so a loss doesn't make a big difference. It's very tiny. My student is still trying to get money into this account at 108, and then we do what we're supposed to do. But right now, we are learning. Okay, you guys can see what we did, where we entered. Oh, did we just clean up the... Okay, there we go. We shouldn't clean up that. I think I cleaned that up. All right, there we go. You can see where we are. So we entered there. That is where we were entered. I thought we entered earlier, but you never know. Some brokers, man. I don't know. There was a slippage because you could see that price there. I thought we entered earlier than that, but we got to take what they give us. This is our stop loss. So we just made it safer. And then this is our take profit. The price right now is 25.14. This is where the Nasdaq is right now. And it is coming down now. So I guess it's going to wipe out the gains. Yeah, you can see this is a higher, this is lower. So that tends to be mimicked. Lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and then eventually comes down to home. It's much later in the day, so we are below, you know something? Let's see. Something is not right here. Our price, oh, that's the price. We bought at 25,137. That's what it says. This is the price we bought at, 25,137. What has Nasdaq been doing lately around closing time or later in the afternoon? You know, you can check the history. Lately, what's going on with Nasdaq? Let's see, Friday. So it dips really hard at close time. Yeah, so it's peaks at around 2 p.m. for the last, let's see, closing 4:30 there. Yep, it dips. Picks up around 2, dips at close time. So it peaks at around, at 2 p.m. it peaks in the afternoon, and then early afternoon it is at the peak, and then it dips at close time. That's looking at what it's been doing. It's showing red. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just looking at what's happening here. Okay, so eventually it decides to dip now. Okay, so I think it's down, 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 down. Prints a big bar, power green, followed by reds. So the reds are trying to clean that. So what lesson are we learning? Stick to your time frames, 9:30 to 11. Don't do after 11, because you can see what happens. You're opening yourself to these market things. It could dip anytime, could go up anytime, and not much volatility really. Opening is a lot of people taking their positions. A lot of institutions come in and take their positions early and consolidate their positions as they go along. Add here, subtract here, add here, close this one, add another one. But the major movements of funds, volatility, momentum is in the morning, early 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So right now it's the little, it's profit taking, stop loss modifications, and just consolidating positions. So we are opening ourselves to that type of trade when we take a trade later. So always let's stick to our 11 o'clock. Okay. Good lesson for you guys and our student. Stick to your 11 o'clock time frame, 9:30 to 11, and make that a routine so that you can be able to follow this. So that, I know a lot of our members are still in the rat race. So if, let's say, you're in the west coast of the United States, 6:30 a.m., you're up, you're taking trades by 7 o'clock. Sometimes the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're done. If you're trading the FFCC strategy, you could be done in 2 minutes. Like we were done in 2 minutes. We took a trade and we were done in the first less than 4 minutes. We were out. Okay. Yeah, because right now you can see, I think it's going to take our stop loss. It's coming down really forcefully here. And the way it looks like it's going to go down, okay? Because the moving averages are way down there. So they're trying to get closer to the moving average now. If you look at the 2 minute, let's see. Yep, it's even much closer now. You can see it's right there. This is where the stop loss is. Stop loss is right there. That's our stop loss, 25,086. Is that our stop loss? Yeah, 25,086. So we are just down there, very close. And if you look at the higher time frames, the 15-minute time frame, it is printing. Wow, it printed these big ones, went up, and now it's coming down. Was there a gap? Yes, there was a massive gap right here. It's coming to retest the gap. So that's the 15 minutes. That's how the 15 minute looks like. The higher time frame. Massive wicks at the top, indicating downward push. That's a downward push. Let's look at our FBS. Yeah, it's a minus because it's way, way below. You can see it's really traveled below, and it is coming for that stop loss. So it's going to be at least $5 gone by the time we come back. It'll come down here and take that $5. Yeah, I see it's trying to print this may signify, this is the hammer, inverted hammer, may signify a change, a reversal, but not really in a case like this, because just could be continuation to the downward. And you can see it's printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'll probably be one more, and that will bring us to our stop loss. Sometimes they go in a sequence of 7 candles, 7 bars. Well, it could be indecision here, because this is like a doji spinning top. All right, so it's very interesting looking at the way the market moves, the charts. Oh, this one shows like we hit our stop loss. Yeah, it shows we hit our stop loss. Why does it show that here? Like close. Very close to the stop loss. Let's go back to, we took the trade on the 5-minute chart. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like hitting a stop loss. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't think there's momentum to, okay, so we're gonna leave the market now, guys. So let's end this here. And then we'll report this trade on Thursday. We'll see what will have happened. We're going to change it. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to let it the way it is, let it play. But I can tell from what's going on right now that it is hellbound to hit the stop loss very, very soon because they are pushing down. You can see it has printed a lower low here. This was a higher low there and then a lower low here. So the next one is even going to be much, much lower. It's trying to come back, even though there's some kind of support here because of this liquidity on this side here. So it's trying to I think it's just a matter of time. Once it breaks that, then it's going to go down to reclaim these positions over here, liquidities over here. When these guys were putting their stop losses as they were going up, now it's coming back to collect that, okay? And so that's how it is right now. It's that is how it is. So maybe we move our stop loss closer. Just there. We move our stop loss closer so we don't get ourselves into losing the $5. Now we're going to lose a little less. Did it move at all? Yep, to 50.97 from 86. So we to 10 pips there. Save ourselves 10 pips. There was about 50 pips. So now we are at 40 pips. Okay, we are risking about 40 pips. Exactly. If we go a little further, we can trail our stop loss again, move before we close the trade. Let's give ourselves another 2 minutes. And we close this. We are trailing our stop loss, guys. It's printing a red bar. You can see that there isn't much momentum now in the market. Yeah, all the monies have been made. The guys came in and God, I see now there's in the change there, indecision. It's changing, it's coming down. So it's printing these lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, an indication of a downward trend. I just wanted to move up so I can trail that further. So we can minimize the loss at all completely. Sometimes you have to do that, trailing stop losses. You have to trail your stop loss. Trailing basically means as you move up, you move your stop loss up. As the market is moving, it's a wave. So as the wave is going up, you're also moving your stop loss up. Now, sometimes it can be counterproductive in that you make the stop loss so close that what happens? You don't give your trade enough room to breathe. So therefore, sometimes just a minor wick will get you out of the trade and it denies you an opportunity to enjoy what would have otherwise been a very, very nice trade. Okay. But looking at what the market is doing right now, and I've looked at the previous few weeks of Nasdaq, it's like it peaks at around 2 p.m. It does peak in the afternoon and then it dips at closing time really, really massively. So there's likelihood that we are almost at the peak for the day, okay, because it's 11:40 now. At 2 p.m., maybe not much is going to happen looking at the momentum, unless there's some fundamentals out there which we don't know. We have not analyzed the news or anything. We're keeping it very simple here. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, we are not introducing any other elements, distractors. We're just trading what is going on the charts. Basically, we just go by what's going on the chart. Okay, so you can see it's coming down, 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 really strong, big wick at the top there, and it is coming down massively. Okay, so right now it is not doing anything. Okay, so we did trail our stop loss. We moved it up. Should we move it further? Yes, let's move it to the big one. Let's move it to that one. maybe that will not give it enough room to breathe. Okay, let's just leave it there. Okay. We're going to lose about $2. All right, let's see. If it clears that bar, if the bar clears our entry price, then we're going to move it to the bottom of that bar. Okay, looks like it's going to clear. It is going to put us in a positive. No, not really, not at the moment. So if it's going to give us a positive one, we're going to move it to that bar. Okay, so we decided we're going to move it to this bar. So maybe we lose $1. There we go. We're going to move it to that bar. There we go. So now stop loss difference between the stop loss and entry price is very tiny. It's 22 pips. So that's $2, okay? 22 pips is $2. Okay, now it's positive. So if it's positive, if that bar closes, we can move it to break even. Okay, guys, see, we're trailing the stop loss. If that bar closes, it looks like a big bar. You see, I'm looking at it here. Okay, so if it continues, the next one, okay, so we're going to move it to the bottom of that bar. There we go. Now, the loss would be how many? Minus the fees, of course. So it will be four pips. Okay. A 4 pip loss, that's $4. No, 4 cents. Okay, let's see. If it prints another big bar, we're going to move it to that bar. But it doesn't look like, because I'm seeing a wick coming from the top. So now I think it's going to take us out of the trade. Maybe we got to break even. Why not? Yeah, it's printing this massive red thing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's coming down strong now. I'll give it room to breathe. It's printing lower lows. Lower lows. Oh no, yeah, that's gonna take us out. Oh man, you see how this thing moves? You guys can see how those things move? Very scary. It's gonna take that bar out, the green bar. The red bar is hellbound to take the green bar out. Oh yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. Now it's gonna hit our stop loss. We said no, no stop loss. No stop loss. Wow. You see, their lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low is going down, down, down. So I think we hit the max for the day, the highest limit for the day. And it is going down now. Yeah, I don't think there's a momentum to push it up. Too late in the day. Yep, that candle is not powerful. We need a power bar, power bars, like the previous one here. You see, this was a power bar. This was good bar. These two here were good bars. These other ones, this one here is gonna be red. There's too much pressure to go down. Too much pressure from The fundamentals. Yeah, I think we should just cut this off. Yeah, cut it off because now it's minus, it's positive, it's minus. It's not indecision time. Okay, now it's coming to take, oh, took us out, took our stop loss. So what did we lose? $1? Oh shit, it closed out. Let's go. Let's see what we lost. Maybe the dollar. So the dollar that we made, we probably lost it by staying in later. Okay, so that's a good lesson for you guys. So just hit your goal and get it. Yep. So it lost like $2. Yeah, it's like $2. Okay. There we go. So that's what happened today. You can see this part here. Okay, let's see. Is there a retest? My student says take a trade. Take a trade, same trade, and let it go. That's very interesting. He wants to see what happens if we consider this as a retest. This one here on the top. Now look at the okay, okay, so look at this. What does that tell you? It's coming down, right? Coming down. Look at the pattern. The pattern repeats itself and Nasdaq goes down. The pattern repeats itself and Nasdaq goes down. You can see that, right? The pattern repeats itself and Nasdaq dips really big. So this is down. It's a serious down, 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 down. The pattern repeats itself and Nasdaq dips. Okay, so let's look at the 5 minutes. Let's see, you can see it clearly. The pattern repeats itself and Nasdaq dips. Who's Dylan? All right, guys, I'm getting a message from one of our traders. Let me see what they're saying. Okay, so they have a live stream. Go on, it's a live stream. Okay, no. Okay. So my student was like, take a trade. It's a training. It's a training account. Let's take a trade and see what happens throughout the market so we can learn what happens during the market opening. You saw what happened. We took the trade earlier, the FF. We won about $1. We came in and took the trade much, much later. These breakouts here and the gaps are not holding, and we lost $1. So we gave it back. So he wants us to take another trade, but looking at the trend, when you look at the trend of Nasdaq in the previous, not the very near past, you can see what's going on. At around 2 o'clock, it peaks, and then it dips big time. Okay, towards the closing of the day. So that's literally what's happening here. You can see it's going like that, and then it dips, and you can see these are way, way, way up there. But of course, the market is always different, but you can see it is dipping, somewhat dipping. So unless you want to do a counter trade, my student, you want to do a counter trade, I call him Mr. X, student X. If you want to do a counter trade, that's fine. You want to take a counter trade? I don't see a gap going downwards. No, I don't see a gap. There's no gap going downwards. Yeah, so you want to take a counter trade and see what happens now that we saw Nasdaq is dipping in the evening. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, because it's good to so you guys experience it. I know what's going to happen, but you guys want to experience it. It's part of your training. Counter trades, they're not the best. Only for the experienced traders, advanced traders. It's the easiest, quickest way to blowing to the doghouse. The quickest way to blow your account. Yep, exactly. That's what one of my coaches is saying. It's the quickest way to blow your account is to trade against the trend. Trend is up, you trade against it. Take a short sell, you'll be risking a lot. It's a very low probability trade, maybe less than 38%. Yeah, so you give yourself a better chance if you trade with the trend. It's just less chaos, you know. It's very chaotic when you're counter trading. We do that sometimes, but you just know you're taking a big, big risk. So you're going to keep your probably your lot sizes, your risk management very tight, so you don't get to blow your account. That's probably what you should do. So if we're going to take a counter trade here, we're going to have to keep everything very small and yeah, to the bare minimum, yeah, risk, because you don't want to all that what you can afford to lose. You know, you don't want to lose your account. You have $36 there. We are still waiting for the 108 to be deposited. So you want to sacrifice the $36 to learn? You can do that. It's part of the tuition. You guys are learning, so you're gonna see what happens if you take the trade late in the day, well above the breakout point, because this was the breakout point, this one right here, and it went up. We never had a retest. We have mapped up some. We have mapped some. Okay, so you're saying we should have that as our stop loss. Okay. All right. So what's the coach saying? Counter trade is risky. Okay. But as a learning moment, you're ready to lose. So what would be your stop loss? Okay, so you wait until it clears the green bar, okay? Oh, you want to do the 2-minute bars? You want to do FCC? Even the FCC, you can see not much. Do you see the power bars? I don't see any power bars. Okay, here is one, not that big. Okay, that goes up right away. If it clears this, you can enter the trade. But you can see they are slowly coming down. The 20, this is a 20 moving average. So they're all pointing down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so that cleared the 20. Nope, you didn't. It's not. Okay, so it did. Okay, so that's a big bar. Okay, you're saying buy. Okay. Stop loss. Nope, it didn't clear. It came right back. 25,106. Okay, 25,106. 25,106 is the stop loss. There you go. Okay. 25,106. That's the stop loss. Okay. That's my student now, guys, giving instructions now, guys. So, you learn this and you practice. That's what we let you do. So we let you be. So, it's like the student learns and you let them think on their feet. And that's exactly what's happening here. So while I'm just doing exactly what he's doing his research and telling me what to do. Okay, so I have the stop loss there. You know why I'm laughing? Because I know what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what are you gonna do? There's no take profit in this one. You're using the FFCC, so no, we are not putting a take profit. You're gonna monitor the color change, okay? All right. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. Already you can see the wicks are forming. This was not a really power bar to write home about. Yeah, and whatever is forming is not, it's already posted a wick much slower, much shorter than the previous one. No chance that it's going to go way above that week. It's going to be so hard for it to clear the previous week. Yep, so just get out of the trade. Okay. Save. Oh, you don't even have a chance to get out because you're already like minus what? Are you looking at the chart? Okay. Oh man, it's 12. I need to stop this now. Okay. Yeah, this live has been going on for so long. You gotta cut your losses sooner. Yes. We talk about that. Okay, so you can see you just posted a big, oh my goodness. You see that bar? Okay, so the counter traders are doing great. Okay, the bar is coming to get your stop loss and it will make you lose about $2. Okay. You are comfortable with that? Yeah, because the difference between your stop loss and the price is about 140, so 36. So you lose about $3. $3.60. Yep. No, there's no way. Yeah, the Nasdaq is hell-bound to go down. You can see what it is. So the counter traders are smiling right now in the group. So you're gonna lose about $3. Yes. So your account is going to be about $32. I know you can stomach the loss, but what I'm saying is, you see what I mean? The FCC works very, very well if it is traded early in the opening sessions. Much later in the day, no, this is time to go to the beach, go to your 9 to 5s. Yeah, this is not the time to trade because you can see what's going on. The momentum is not there. It's just people consolidating their positions. And now it's coming to take your stop loss. Yes, we just need one massive candle here and it will take your stop loss. My suggestion is cut the loss. Yep. As soon as it goes up, move your stop loss. If it prints a big green bar, that would be nice, but I don't think so because you can see here what's going on here. It's already posted a wick at the top. That means rejection. A wick means rejection. There was rejection on that side. Yeah, there's a lot of selling pressure now. Yeah, they are consolidating. All these guys who are going up are selling now. You remember this run to the top here? This run that we watched and saw it go all the way up? That would have been nice time to do the FFCC, but we didn't. And so we were banking on a retest on the 15-minute, 15-minute open, and then we were banking on the retest on the 5. Okay, so now this is coming to take your stop loss. You can see that. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're coming to collect all the money that's over here. The liquidity that's over here is what they're coming for now. Yes, and then all this, there's so much liquidity here. People got in here with stop losses. Okay, there we go. I think it's just going to take your $3. Yeah, it's very close, and this is a power bar going down. Oh, you want to do a counter trade on a power bar? Okay, there you go. You hedged your position. Okay, let's see how that works. Boom. You hedged your position down. Okay, so where's your stop loss? You need a stop loss. Okay, stop loss is 25,125. Okay, 25,125. All right, stop loss. There we go. Sold. They're coming back for your stop loss. I think it was too close. Move it to the previous high. How much are you gonna lose? 40 something. 30, 107, 143. Oh, 36, $3.60. Okay. Where's your take profit? Because we want to leave the market now. You think there's a lot of liquidity? 1 to 2. Okay. All right. So go and do the 1 to 2 now. So you are on the minute bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-minute bars. Okay, you're targeting what? This one down here? 25,077. Or you want to target the whole range? You think Nasdaq is going to come all the way down? It's going to reclaim all this. Oh, okay. You want to target this one here? Okay, let's see where you are now. Okay, so you've gained about $1, but you didn't gain it because you haven't booked it. Okay, let's see where your account is right now. Let's see. Credentials. Okay, yeah, you just gave me the credentials. Okay. I can log onto your account, no problem. So it's at 35.14 now. Okay, you think Nasdaq is coming home now? All right, there we go. all the way down now. Okay, so they're coming to collect all these monies. Oof. It's already planted a week at the top, at the bottom. Okay, set a take profit then. Where do you want your stop loss? It just shows this is like a doji. It's probably a continuation of the trend. Oh, you want to close it now? Butterflies in your stomach? Or you want to go back to what you were earlier? Okay, give it time. I mean, what do you have to lose anyway? $3? It's a tiny account, so $3 wouldn't make much difference to you. Yeah, stick there and see. You're learning. You want to see what's going to happen to the market. Our analysis is that Nasdaq peaks around the early afternoon and dips at the end of the day. In the last few weeks, it's been doing that. So right now, let's just give it a chance. Let's see. Actually, it's going. It is going down. All right, let's see where it's gonna go. Okay. Oh, there you go. So I think it's time to close it. All right. Okay, it's not allowing you to close it. You closed it. Okay. It took a long time to close, man. What do you think is the issue? Yeah. So slippage, eh? Okay. Okay, so you closed it. All right, my friend. Okay. You didn't gain anything. You actually lost because of fees. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't gain anything. They charge you fees for closing trades. Okay. Yeah, so we'll trade on Thursday. Make sure we have the 108 and then, yeah, the 108. Okay, thank you. All right, guys. So this is it. You guys have been treated to some trading. You learned something today, hopefully. If not, comment below. See what you want to learn. And we're going to close this now. Okay, we're going to stop the streaming. So I'm going to remove this. And I'm back. So, guys, thank you for being here for that long. I think this thing is on the way here. All right, there we go. The microphone. There we go. I hope you guys had me. So the stream is done. We're going to shut it down. I'll see you guys on Thursday at 9:30. Hopefully, we'll have at least 108 there. And we're mainly going to focus on the FFCC. And then, of course, we bring in other strategies because my student is learning how to trade. This guy is recovering PTSD. Is recovering from a lost account. Okay. So we are just trying to get in back, baby steps. You know, you don't go into the deep side of the pool. You start with the shallow ends and then you move on. So guys, let's end this in a power note. Let's say a word of prayer and then I'll see you on Thursday at 9:30. Pinky promise. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Please, let's grow this channel. Share this information with others. And then the more people you invite to this training, the more people are going to benefit because people can learn how to trade and make money online. So for now, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the power mighty, we pray that whoever is going to apply the training may be successful. We pray that the markets be good to us until we meet again on Thursday. And we pray this in the belief of the power mighty. Amen. Guys, it was wonderful having you here. And I'm always looking forward to the sessions like this. Trading can be very boring if you're doing it yourself. But if you're in a community, it's very interesting. So make sure you join the Smart Wolf Club. You can check the profitandwellnesshub.com. Go there. You can go to the app section, and we have tools that you can use, like the Forex calculator. There is the retirement planner, and then there's also a mentorship program. For those of you who want to be trained by some of our coaches, you can join that. It's not for everybody because their time is extremely valuable. You have to apply and you have to qualify. So you can apply if you're interested in mentorship. I'm talking about mentorship. It's not, this is where you get to work with the coach one-on-one, and they can help you get set up, get good at trading, and also so you can start trading on your own or learn some of the basic strategies that we use, like the FCC, the 15-minute breakout strategies. Even though today we didn't really get a good breakout, we experimented. My student is learning. We did the fair gap values that come much later after the breakout, and we realized they are not profitable. You saw that. We ended up losing $2 here, $3 there, because they are not profitable at the too late in the day. The ones that come out early as 9:30, you get this breakout, you get a retest, fair gap value printed right at breakout. Those are extremely powerful, okay? 70, 80% win rate. But when they come much later, the win rate drops down so much. And we have learned that here. And I wanted to give you guys that lesson. And thanks to my student, this is a training account. So you guys, we can play, break it, start it, and do whatever crazy stuff so that you guys can actually see what happens. Like, so we did try to do FCC at the end, and you guys can see again, it doesn't work because again, the market right now, all they're trying to do is consolidate their positions. And as you guys can see, Nasdaq was going down, up and down, up and down. So it's not very consistent at this level, okay? So even though we won the last trade, you can see we did win that 267 here. We lost 354 here. We lost 125 here. We won 96. So if you add that and that, we're still minus a few cents there, okay? So that's how our day ended up at 35. So we lost about $1. So we're going to recover that on Thursday. So let's see ourselves recovering that on Thursday and then moving forward. And hopefully the account will be at 108 because my student is waiting for the bank to clear his deposit. Okay, 108. This guy lives under $1 per day. So 108 is a lot of money. So hopefully the bank will clear that soon for him. So with that, I think let me end this and I'll see you guys again on Thursday. Stay loving and caring, and please go out and help those who are in need. If you're in a position to help somebody, please go out and help. Have a helping hand. If there's a brother who is down, please pull them up. If there's a sister who is down, please pull them up. And we're going to make a better society that way. I'll see you guys next time.